White House announcing the United States is sending troops into Syria, where Russian troops have already been fighting. So is President Obama taking aim at Russian President Putin, world chess champion and anti-Putin activist and author of the brand new book, Winter is Coming, Why Vladimir Putin and the Enemies of the Free World Must Be Stopped? Garry Kasparov goes on the record. Good evening, sir.
Good evening.
It's nice to talk to you in a great book. In light of the news today about sending the troops, and you write in your book that Putin and Assad danced over President Obama's red line in Syria. What do you make of the news today that the president is sending these troops, less than 50, to Syria?
He again does very little and nothing that works. I think Obama must appear before American public and to tell about the real situation in the Middle East, in Syria, in Iraq, and about the threats that are real for American allies in the region, for Turks, for Saudi Arabians, of course for Israel, and the threats that are quite real for the United States. For those who are saying that Middle East is far away, I can remind them that Al-Qaeda training camps in Afghanistan in 2001, before 9/11, were also far away.
What is Putin's strategy and goal, do you think?
Creating chaos. He needs tension, he needs conflicts, he needs wars outside of Russia to make his case for the Russian public. Economy in Russia is in terrible shape. Nobody expects it to improve. Putin badly needs higher oil prices to pay all the bills. And even despite all these problems, he keeps investing in military, in security apparatus, and in propaganda. This is a war budget. And that's why you can expect the escalation in Syria, because Putin will not stop with Assad, with Syria, Iraq. I'm sure he has other plans, and it's very easy to push ISIS down south against Saudi Arabia, and of course to create another conflict which could involve Israel.
All right, let me ask you the flip question. What do you see as President Obama's strategy in the region, and what is his goal?
I wish I knew. I'm not sure he knows what is his goal in the region. And if he has a strategy, it's a well-hidden secret. We all remember that Obama said 4 years ago, Assad must go. Putin said Assad must stay. Now you can understand who has an upper hand.
You know, in your book, you talk about foreign policy, and you make reference to the fact that the issue sort of morality, that seems to sort of be, and I don't mean to put words in your mouth, it's your book, but that morality is not sort of a factor so much in foreign policy of various Western nations.
Look, the Cold War was won, and of course the United States and the free world opposed not Putin's Russia, but mighty Soviet Union and its allies around the world. And one of the key factors of winning the Cold War was also the support of the values, the moral values, the values of the free world. It was as important as technological and economic superiority. And we all know from our experience that supporting these values could lead to the best results. Just remember Ronald Reagan. Many believe today, especially on the left, that he was a warmonger, but he had no wars. I mean, when you look at the American engagement in the world, it was very much based on Reagan's credibility as a president of the United States. He didn't have to act because everybody knew that he would.
You also write that many of the nations, you talk about Western Europe and the United States, that were essentially appeasing Putin?
Absolutely. It was very convenient. Everybody thought that, they could do business with Putin. And I think it was almost tragic that after Putin's first act of aggression, when he invaded in 2008 a tiny republic of Georgia, newly sworn president of the United States, Barack Obama, and his Secretary of State, Hillary Clinton, they offered a new sunshine policy, a reset policy that convinced Putin that he could go anywhere without any opposition from the United States.
Garry, thank you very much. The new book is Winter is Coming. Thank you, sir.
Thank you.